What's going on? We got Buster here. Hi, Buster. He's being a very, very needy, fussy boy this morning. He needs something, but he doesn't know what he needs. Yeah? All right. Let's take a look. It was not a great day. It was a so-so day. Ended up at about 250 for the day, which is not great. It definitely seemed sluggish throughout the day. Really got saved kind of at the closing bell by one sale, which seems to happen from time to time. The nice thing of it is it's a drop shipper order, and it was not promoted listings. About 50-50 promoted, not promoted, versus the day before, which was, I did not sell a single organic sale the day before. So let's take a look at the postcards that sold. Got a real photo studio view, couple on a prop automobile, American flag, $17.95. Got a linen postcard, the Hotel El Rancho, Las Vegas. Linen. Customer messaged me, asked me if I'd take less, and I just replied, like I do on most non-make offer items, thank you for the offer, but I'll pass. And that's what happened. He bought it for full price. The Lao Yi Chai Chinese restaurant in Waikiki, Hawaii. I have multiples of these. Believe just lowered the price recently to $1.95. One sold for 15% off that at $1.66. This has been in the store for quite some time. We got another real photo postcard, the SS Admiral Rogers Admiral liner. Also the SS Spokane. That's the one of the, not Mosquito Fleet, but one of the liners from Washington to Alaska. Then we have the Greater Fort Worth International Airport main terminal lobby back in 1960-something, I'm guessing. Looks pretty cool. It's got those square window tiles letting the light in back in the day. $266 on that. Laundry's done. Lenticular postcards, some flamingas. Everyone knows what flamingas are. Not actually sent out an offer for $8 on this, and somebody took it. And we've got excursion day at Pentwater, Michigan. A bunch of people about to die on a raft. 1911. There's too many people on that raft to be safe. I'm just saying. $3.95. Actually, less than that. 10% off that. So $3.46. And listed some stuff yesterday. A couple of pewter plates. Pewter is really hard because there's so many hallmarks, and these were the hallmarks on this one. The hallmarks on this one led me to believe that this is probably church pewter or sacramental pewter, which is pretty common in churches when, Catholic churches, they put the communion wafer on a thing. They put it on plates like this. So, this is a shot in the dark. I honestly don't know. $80 maybe. I've got that at the rummage sale. Another older piece of the same thing. This one's got some ownership marks. So, a lot of times, what the ownership marks are the surname and then the first name initial of the wife and then the first name initial of the child. It could also be the three names of the church. It could be just the three initials of the main owner. Hard to tell, but this one I think also could be sacramental pewter because this is the bleeding heart on the Sacred Heart on the St. Andrew's cross. So leads me to believe, and this is a British pewter hallmark. it's really hard to tell makers unless they like print their name or initials. So again, shot in the dark, $80. We'll see. Some more sewing patterns. I really like the effect of the background remover on some of these, and so this is these are all from the horror house last November. Been airing them out ever since. Definitely disclose that there still could be residual musty odor, blah blah blah. But check that out. Look, that's what the pattern just looks like, and then that's with the background remover and just a little bit of contrast bump. So these 50s, 40s, early 60s, I'm putting them all up at $27.95, make offer. Here's another one from the 1940s, Mrs. Jacket and skirt. Compared to that, I mean, it just looks awesome. 1940s Junior Mrs. dress. And here's just a like 70s one or a comparison, right? It doesn't work as well on these non-illustrated ones, I've found. So it's $8 on that one. This one was just a little bit too busy for it to work well. So $27.95 for Vogue. Here's another McCall's, 1958. Again, this one was black and white. Didn't really work out so well, so just left it as the main picture, $27.95. And then some more cast iron coming out of the electrolysis. This was completely rusted over on the bottom. It's never going to be perfect, right? Because you're going to always have some discoloration from that. But nice Wagner wear with the hammered textured lid, $84.95. And then this little SK. This one probably had about I'd say a good 1/8 inch of like crud, mix of rust and seasoning and just crust. But it came out, I mean, that's after about a day of electrolysis. So some of them take longer than more. I'm finding the rust is harder to remove than the season, but it's nice to sort of have the extra employee. It's kind of how I'm looking at it, is like it's doing the work for me while I'm doing other stuff. So I do have to go like pull it out of the electrolytic solution about 2 to 3 times a day and just kind of like loosen up whatever's coming off so that it can get down to the next layer. But yeah, I'm telling you, I've tried like the baking soda method, salt and olive oil with the potato. I don't like lye works really well too. I don't like to fuck with lye. The only time I will mess around with lye is to pour it down my sink drain if it's clogged, and then because then I don't deal with it. Lye freaks me out. I don't know why. It just does. But you can also combine the electrolysis with lye treatment in the same tub. But, then you got to be really careful about sticking your hands in or getting the liquid anywhere. And I'm don't want to have to worry about it. So baking soda and I've tried all kinds of stuff for rust removal. Vinegar can work. But I'm telling you, after everything, electrolysis, I think, is going to be the way I go from now on. It's just so easy. It takes 5 minutes to set up. I can just cycle pieces through. It's very hands-off. I don't have to spend a lot of time on it. And it's effective. and it's outside. It's not making a mess. It's one cleanup. All right, let's get these postcards out of here. We got a couple of late arrivals come in already. All right, so for this one. A little bit extra protection on the lenticular. Yeah. So I've talked. Come on, where can I grab this? Talked about So I bought the new laptop off eBay. Bad seller waited until like the last possible second to ship it. Shipped it ground instead of priority, which is what I paid for and was on the listing. So sent it through the UPS store last minute, UPS ground. Went from Virginia to Maryland, Maryland to Pennsylvania. The last update I got was the 1st. In Pennsylvania, your couldn't be loaded on the truck. Package delayed. Blah blah blah. that was on the first 3 days ago. I paid for this thing on the 27th. It was due 3 days ago. I had no choice. Open a unpaid item case. I either need the laptop or I need my money back so I can buy a new laptop. Like, at this point, there's been no update. UPS basically told me we can't do anything. It looks like this was probably missorted. I kind of feel bad about that because I know they don't have a ton of sales, but they have been selling on eBay for a while. They've sold over 100 items. If they would have sent via priority, like they said they were going to on the listing, and shipped it on time, I would have my goddamn laptop by now. But since that's not what happened, we're here. So there. That's where we're at with that whole project. It's kind of frustrating. Especially since on my order I said, please ship ASAP. My laptop died, which is true, and I need one as soon as possible. Also true. Except on. So yeah, still waiting on that. Still also waiting to figure out. Supposed to hear back today from somebody at eBay regarding why I am no longer on Anchor support despite paying for an Anchor store. I've now spoken with 2 supervisors regarding the issue. Oh, I got an item not received case. Okay. Postcard, Hotel Wawona, Yosemite, California. Order number. It's already been delivered. Just go back and see details. Update tracking details. Paste. Yes. Details added. Delivered over a month ago. Over a month ago. July 1st. All right, let's ship some stuff. This took a while to sell. I'm a little surprised about it. Oh, I need to go grab boxes. Winner's Circle Animal autographed hood. $5.95. Let me go grab boxes. So I'm pretty sure I know why. That's a spider killed a bug and left its carcass on my box of boxes. Why I got taken off of anchor support. So here's my speculation as to what happened. So back, what is it, a year or so ago, year and a half ago, when eBay changed their pricing structure, it was during the pandemic, so like 2 years ago. And they changed where you got all these additional fixed price listings, in which case a lot of people downgraded their stores. Myself included, right? To save money. And part of that was they grandfathered in a whole bunch of people into anchor support. So if you had an anchor store and you were getting anchor support, if you downgraded, the promise was that you would still continue with that level of support for some time, but it was not permanent, and it would be reviewed every so often, and if you could be removed from that, if you weren't like a growth store, right? Like they didn't want to be providing anchor support for all these stores that really weren't large enough to be anchor stores. Totally understandable. So in May, on May 22nd specifically, they had performed a review of stores that were still in that anchor support routing structure, and removed all the stores that were deemed as not qualified or meeting whatever specs they had for anchor support. However, sometime, that review probably happened sometime before May 22nd. My guess is it probably happened sometime before March 15th or March 29th, rather, which is when I upgraded from Premier to Anchor Store. So the review happened while I was still a Premier store, but then the change happened after I had upgraded back to a Anchor Store. Now, Anchor Support is basically a advertised feature of that subscription level. It is due to me by paying for a Anchor Store subscription. Every day that I am not receiving Anchor Support, which as of this morning, I am still not, essentially eBay owes me money. So I got 2 full months back, but this is an ongoing problem. I'm still not getting my calls routed correctly. So I was promised a call back today. We'll see if that actually happens. Yeah, not since May 22nd. And to get this problem solved, I have to go through the slumming it, have eBay call you overseas, people who don't understand the problem. So one of the problems with this whole UPS thing, that's how I figured it out. I'm like, why is it I can't reach a person just by calling anymore? Like, what happened to anchor support? And finally was able to find somebody who told me, oh, you're not on anchor support. And I'm like, well, that's a problem. That is not the cardboard we want. That's the cardboard we want. So they did refund 2 full months of my subscription. However, the problem is not solved. And until it is, yeah, they're going to have to pay. Sold a cabinet card. Look at her. You know what she looks like? I'll show you. God, I love this movie. Like, down to the mole. Mole is up here instead of down here. But I'm just saying. One of my favorite jokes, like the Frau Blucher joke, is one of my favorites. It used to crack me and my brothers up when we were kids. Like, oh, no sound. Sorry, I forgot to switch it. But and I did not even realize why it was a joke until like I was in my 20s, which is Blucher means glue in German, which is why the horses always react. I just thought it was like funny, dramatic effect, right? Which it is. That is definitely one of those movies I can sit down and watch anytime, like, and laugh my ass off. Most Mel Brooks movies, I can sit down and watch anytime, except for maybe like Silent Movie and 12 Chairs, and like Dracula Dead and Loving It, which is objectively terrible. I need to change the price on all of those. Why is that? It's never going to be more than 4 ounces. I'm gonna fix this while I am thinking about it. Always the time to do it. Otherwise, I will forget. Just fix all of my. Make sure all the weight on my cabinet carbs is at 4 ounces. And calculated shipping. Domestic shipping. Change to calculated. Manage. Save. Buyer pays. No handling. Apply. Package details. Change to courthouse. I noticed the other day that I had a ton of hats that were in at like 12 and 13 ounces, and especially the 13 ounces ones that I'll never sell a hat if it's in at 13 ounces. It's like a $10 ship for a hat, which nobody's going to pay. So I fixed that. All right, next up, sold a Burke. Paperback book. Paperback Burke. Paperback back. Paperback back. Burke. There we go. The View Over Atlantis. This came from the Sci-Fi Buy. Hashtag Sci-Fi Buy. This was one of the better ones, but it took a while to sell. $25.46. All right. Sold this battery tester, Avon battery tester. It actually works. It's definitely a bit worn. This came out of a toolbox that I bought like 3 years ago, and then this thing was just in my death pile for, I don't want to say a death pile. It was just like randomly in a bin somewhere. And I'm like, oh, this thing, I should test it and see if it works. So I did, and it does. So I listed it, and it sold. When did I list this? I think earlier this year even. They actually have really good comps. So it sold for $18. Listed it in March. I guess you could have just used the both. What a ping. This next item, I can't tell you how happy I am to have this thing leaving, which is this stupid Play School coloral like block set thing. I hate this thing. I got this from the buyout. It has been in my way since November of 2020. No, November of 2019. That was when it happened. We're coming up on 4 years since the buyout. So that's how long this has been sitting in my inventory. Yeah. Sold for $6.98. But the buyer paid for shipping to the tune of $22.25, and that was ground advantage. So this is going to go in a medium flat rate, assuming I have one. I know I do because I just brought a bunch up from downstairs. The price difference is none. Ooh, come on. Is that going to happen? Really hope so. All right, I think we need the long version of that box. All right. So I'll make about $10 on the shipping, which is fantastic. I don't think we need this much. Maybe we do. Price difference between ground advantage and priority at this weight is negligible. So I've seen the trailers for that show. It's like sci-fi thing where like they come from it's like a reverse Terminator where they come from the future to pull them out of the past to go fight the aliens in the future or something like that. All right, sold that there amplifier, which I think we're going to use this big ass Costco box for. Might have to do some resizing. This is a good box for this. Not a great size for it, but it is a good, sturdy mofo box. There, I use a little more. Yeah, you got it. Might as well. I have like 11 of these UPS bags downstairs. I just picked up a bunch more the other day when I went to go drop off. and they get so excited when I take them away. It's I'm like, this works out great. I'm happy to take all this free stuff, free packing material, free bubble wrap, free air jackets. Like, that place has saved me so much money in packing material this year. So this I got at a yard sale for, I got this, a pair of speakers, and a turntable for $10. The turntable ended up being broken. This worked fine. And the speakers are fine as well. Those are listed. I actually expected the speakers to sell first, but I am fine with this selling first. This sold for $50, so plus shipping, of course. It is a little bit of an effort to ship, but honestly, it's not that bad. It just takes a little bit more time. And compared to some of the other stuff we've shipped even recently, really not a problem. All right. Okay, that's real nice. It works out pretty darn well. And we're going to need to do a little resizing, but nothing serious. So. we're just gonna pull this out. You're gonna end up triple walled anyways, so. Let's get that in first. Just going to take a wild guess here and say that this is going to UPS. Just a hunch. All right, one more. One more down in the middle, just in case. There. All right, let's see how close we were on the estimate. Well, I was about 5 pounds off on the weight. Hi, Buster. Hey, I'll be done in a minute. 19, 17. Oh, 8. Okay, well, we were pretty close. We were an inch over and an inch under. Dude, chill. Oh, it barely affects the price. This is staying in Washington State, so this is not going to UPS. Dude, all right, you want to say hi to the peeps? Is that what's up? Come on. Hi. Know what this is all about? Oh, look at them beans. Look at those beans. He knows what's up. He's like, I know what you're here for, people. All right, you want to show some more beans? You just want to say hi? Oh, look at those. All right. Oh, all right. Now you got it. Yep. Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna make a few bucks on the shipping there. Oh, I put UPS ground. How much would it have been? Ground Advantage. Oh, it's the same price. I'm gonna avoid that label. We're going. It's actually $1 cheaper Ground Advantage. Okay, hold on. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. 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 Actually, do I even need to void that label, right? Because I don't actually pay for it now. It only gets paid when it gets used. All right. All right, we got a couple of postcards to pull. Let me go grab those real quick. There's 3 items. Like yesterday would have been an okay day, like actually a passable day if it were not for eBay layaway. Yeah. Yeah, but you can't do that. Yeah. All right, let's go grab some stuff. Where are we at for today? Little over 100, which is not bad. Send out some offers real quick. I'm not in a huge rush. Clearly, we're into overtime and it's 2 postcards. So all right, see you downstairs. I should only take a couple minutes. All right. Wow, neither of these sold promoted. That's kind of good. All right. Country Club. Q1. Other ones. Undivided back. I think that's going to be under art. And some of these cards that I have that have not sold are so great. Like maybe I'm just priced a little too high. There's a clap saddle. There's an awesome clap saddle that's been in the store forever. This is awesome. I don't know. I should probably make sure I'm showing the screen as I'm talking about that. Probably priced too high. Colby anthropomorphic lion still probably too high. This one I'm like I can't believe I still have this card. It is so cool. Depression era, people waiting in the food line, artist sign. Manzier, boxing cats. Victorian S&M. Here's a GAR signed clap saddle. When I was poking around at perhaps selling off the postcard side of the business, people were like, "Oh, well, you know, whatever you haven't sold is just crap." That is not true. There are a lot of really good cards in here, but not the one that I need right now. Some of these I actually wonder if they are not listed anymore, which is definitely a possibility. It's a very risque, see-through. Bunch of leather postcards. Probably priced a little too high on the leather ones, I'm guessing. All right. Oh, no wonder. I'm a dummy. It should be in the UK, probably. Uh, ay, 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 ay. National Gallery Millbrae. That's going to be UK. England, Scotland. All right. Do, 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 do. Better be there. Nice. That's generic international. Nope. All right, last place I'm checking. The like weird random catch-all didn't know where to put it bin. All right, well, I give up for now. Good thing it doesn't have to go out till Monday. I did just have another card come in. Pismo Beach. It's crazy. When I moved this stuff over, these were all packed full. And already it feels like I can shrink these down. That's still a lot of space right there. Well, don't have time. All right, let's go back upstairs. Get these last two postcards out and be done. BRB. all in all, pretty easy shipping day. I mean, that thing was a little bit of a pain, but not too bad, right? Like, it's nice that it's only going to Moses Lake, Washington, which is in state. So shipping on it was nice and cheap, which I like. All right, folks. Well, we shipped the things we shipped, and all the shipping things we shipped, which means one thing and one thing only, that we've come to the end of yet another shipping adventure. We may be back tomorrow. We'll see. Where's this person down there? Oh, they're doing street cleanup. I think. They just looked at me like I was a crazy person. Anyways, we'll be back tomorrow. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend if we don't see you. Catch you on the flip flop. Peace out. Bye.